What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more F1 2020 My Team Season 3. We are heading on into the Belgian or Spa Grand Prix, and I think I said last time we were heading on into the Italian Grand Prix, but we are not. We have a stop in Belgium before we head on. So we are going to first off look at our facilities to upgrade. We have enough money right now for our resource point generation upgrade. I think we'll go anywhere because I think they develop resource points or generate resource points consistently. I think everyone is on 200. So really, it doesn't matter where we spend that on. So I think I'm just going to go down the line and do the chassis department here. So we spent our money on that. We need to spend our resource and development points. Of course, we got to restart the failed ICE durability, which will come before the Belgian Grand Prix. I think we want to get this minor done and dusted. We can just go regular because it will still come in before the Spa Grand Prix, and everything else should be in the 2000s range. And of course, we need to start conserving some resource points considering the regulation changes that may pop up towards the end of the season. We will be notified sometime around Japan or something, I believe, the Russian or Japanese Grand Prix, which is within 3 or 4 race times, so we got to be prepared for that. We also have a press interview coming up, which I will do, and then we have the season break, and I think I'll see you guys after the season break and see if there's more resource and development points to spend or money to spend. Season break is over. We had a good press conference that affected some of our morale here and there. As you can see, everyone's on good morale. We're on good standing with the rest of the crew. R&D wise, we have 1,147 points, which is not enough to really hit anything. The durability and powertrain are on 1900s and everything else is on 2000s, so we have to hold back on research and development for the time being. In other words, I think this means that we have to head on straight into the Belgian Grand Prix weekend. There's nothing else we really need to do in HQ, so let's head on in to the Belgian Grand Prix weekend. I'll do the practice programs as always, and I'll see you guys afterwards for qualifying. Welcome to qualifying at the Spa circuit in Belgium. We've had a quite successful practice programs. I did everything except for the qualifying pace program as always. I did not get purple, but everything else was purple and I felt comfortable on this track. No rain forecasted for the qualifying session, so we should be fine on dry set of compound tires. A set of dry compound tires. Goodness me, my mind is ahead of what I can say. Anyway, we are going to head on in and see where we will place in Q1. I think we should be easily through, so I'm gonna let time fly and then we will see what our first run ends up being. First lap of Q1, I think it's a solid run. We should be in a good standing here. We are in P6. Oh goodness, actually it's much worse than I thought. We will go for one more run. Our second lap of Q1 is slightly better, 300ths better. We should be able to easily get on into the next qualifying session. So let's head on into the garage and progress time. Here we go, P4 it is by the end of the qualifying session. Knocked out our De Vries, Aitken, Grosjean, Magnussen, Latifi, and Giovinazzi. We're heading on into Q2, so let's see what we can do there. Giving our medium compound of tire a shot here. We get P5 in our first run. Let's do one more run here. Our second lap on the same compound of tire is P2, right behind Max Verstappen. That should be good enough to see us into Q3. Let's see. Here we go. Moving on into Q3 and P2. Max Verstappen in P1, of course. Carlos Sainz, Schumacher, Perez, Norris, Stroll, and Albon all get knocked out in Q2. Let's head on into Q3 and see where we place for the race. First lap of Q3, we come in at a 140.3. We've gone for another run. We're 6/10ths faster than before. We are in pole now. Let's see if we can keep this. Coming in, we are very slow on this final lap on USAL compound tires. I think we are settling for P2 to start the Grand Prix. Yep, we are P2, right behind Max Verstappen. Hopefully we can get a good start to the Grand Prix. So we are 7,000th of a second faster than Lewis Hamilton to get P2. We are in good standing right behind Max Verstappen. Hopefully we can get a good start at the race and take pole. Yeah, let's head on into the race weekend, or the Grand Prix itself on Sunday race day. Let's see how well we can do here.
We're in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula One World Championship. It's a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher in 1992. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track is a great one for fans of pure speed. The average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles an hour. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk briefly about Esteban Ocon. There's a new gearbox in the back of that car, which means a grid penalty, and hopefully some excitement as they make their way through the field.
Fingers crossed that's one failure they won't have to worry about today at least. There's not much of a silver lining to starting down the field with a penalty, but I think they'll be able to make some of that back up over the course of the race.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lucky completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc and Kvyat, Bottas, Russell, Albon and Lance Stroll, Perez, Ocon. They've taken a grid penalty. Mick Schumacher and Sainz, Giovinazzi, Gasly, Romain Grosjean and Jack Aitken. De Vries, Norris, Latifi and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
With your podium last race, the team are hoping for more of the same, but with yesterday's qualifying performance, it could be tough. Good luck.
Not quite sure what Jeff is on about. I mean, we are in P2 right now, obviously within the podium positions from the start. Let's take a look at our strategies here. I do want to try and see if I can start on the softs. No, so we are mandated the medium from the start. Let's see what happens if we go soft on 2 stints. Now we can't do 2 stints. So I guess if we revert the strategy, this is the optimum strategy we can go for. Lap 11 pit for the hard compound tires. Almost impossible to go on soft, so that's a shame. We'll do that, and then we will drop our fuel load a lot. There are a lot of fast corners, but I think considering that our car is pretty quick, we can underfuel the car and then go on standard fuel mixture or lean fuel mixture and still be quicker than a lot of the cars on the circuit. Here we go. Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps circuit, Belgian Grand Prix, 5 red lights, and off we go. Rich and overtake engaged immediately, and we get the excellent start ahead of Max Verstappen, who fumbles it a little going around this turn here, and we make it. Rich and overtake engaged as we try to make some distance between Max Verstappen and myself. Of course, Max Verstappen missed out on points last time out. Oh, going a little wide. That is okay. We rejoin safely, and Max has suddenly made it neck and neck between us as we go defensive before the first turn, and Lewis Hamilton taking a look on the inside, but we get the better run out of there on that turn. Ooh, there's a yellow flag. But that is okay, that is in the sector behind. Seems like Lewis Hamilton. Oh, it's a safety car. Antonio Giovinazzi is out of the session. Oh goodness. Let's see what happened in the replay, of course. But that is a safety car moment as we nurse our car on lean and try to make some good time and fuel during the safety car. Ooh, Daniel Ricciardo is also out of the session apparently. He crashed during the safety car queue, I guess. He's right behind there in Sector 1. Alright, so we are down to 20 drivers, I guess, I think, right? I think we have 2 or not continuing cars or retired cars. And we're still in the safety car queue. It is only lap 3. I guess it's gonna come in this lap or the lap after. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long the safety car is. Oh, Esteban Ocon is out of the session as well. What is going on? Cars are crashing left, right, and center. This is quite bizarre. Alright, safety car is coming in, so I need to start warming up my tires because I have the lead. I set the pace for now. I need to heat up my tires. Look at this. 79, 80 degrees. Would like some heat in them. Alright. We're getting up to racing temperature on these tires. But I also want to be super slow as I play this tactically to get a better start than Max Verstappen. There we go. Alright, we're gone. We're gone. Rich and overtake. We have the better start than Max Verstappen as we make some distance. Ooh, Max Verstappen trying the overtake here. We defend that. A little energy here. And then we make this turn nicely and then we punch it with the energy. And Rich. Let's just go Rich and everything. Use everything at our disposal while we're on the medium compound tires. Because I noticed that the Grand Prix is only 22 laps, right? I think we can extend these tires until like lap 14. We'll check on the tire wear as we go, but I think we can get a decent number of laps done on the mediums, and then we'll switch over to the softs. Ooh, Max Verstappen attacking us again here. He has DR. Oh, he does have DRS, doesn't he? Or DRS disabled? I guess DRS is disabled for now. Alright, DRS is enabled now. Okay. Here we go. Let's punch it. I just noticed Lewis Hamilton has a 10-second time penalty. Goodness me. What did he do? I guess he caused the crash for... that caused the safety car to come out, I guess? So, we'll see. The race is still going. 6 laps in. Let's see what we can do in the next couple laps. Alright, so Jeff has given us the option of going to soft compound tires on lap 14. He believes that we can see out the rest of the Grand Prix on softs, which I will attempt. But I might try and extend these further than 14. I think I'm going to try and extend these until like lap 16. And then go on to softs. That is the master plan. Recording a fastest lap there. That is brilliant. Ooh. Another fastest lap. I was anticipating it, but dang. I finally did it another one. Finally got another fastest lap. Beat our previous record. Here we go. Let's keep pushing. Alright, Kvyat and Norris are pitting. We are blasting ahead 8 seconds now. Ahead of Leclerc. Let's take a look at our tire wear. 40%. It's not all too bad. Could be better. But I think we are on target for our expected switch to softs. We are almost 10 seconds ahead of Leclerc, so we are extending the gap behind us. Leclerc's pitting. Sainz is pitting. Bunch of medium tire runners are pitting now. Quite bizarre. I guess they're trying to go on hard compound tires. Alright, a bunch of people are pitting on the medium compound tires, so I guess they're moving on to hards. We are gonna extend the life of these tires a little longer. Ooh, lost the back end there a little. Got me worried there for a second, but we're still good. We're gonna continue and then try to move on to softs towards the end. Max Verstappen stealing the fastest lap off of us, I just noticed. Goodness me. Our tire wear is 50% right now, so gotta get ready for the pits. Max Verstappen is constantly putting in fastest laps, so gotta be careful. He is now on his optimum speed with the hard compound tires. We are well beyond our optimum driving range on the mediums, but we're still driving well, so I'm not too worried. Alright, here we go. Box this lap. Alright, we're gonna switch over to our soft compound tires. Oh god, I looked into the camera and lost control. Alright, we should be able to go the final 6-7 laps on these soft compound tires. So, we're in good shape. Max Verstappen catching quickly, now 15 point something. Max Verstappen should be passing us soon. He is 15 seconds. I don't know how long a pit stop is. What are we going on? We're going on new softs. Perfect. Okay, 2.4 seconds. Max Verstappen is just up ahead. Bottas is probably just ahead as well. There's Bottas, so we do enter in front of Bottas. Oh, nearly slapped the wall there. Ooh, Bottas is right behind us, probably getting DRS. But we are probably gonna outbrake him, so that is all good. Oh, is this a fastest lap? Perhaps. Yes, we steal the fastest lap off of Max Verstappen. Whew. We are still far behind Max Verstappen here. He is 2 seconds ahead of us. Come on, this is BS, man. Gotta keep pushing. Tire wear is on 20%. We should be at optimum pace now on the softs. Just about entering not so good territory. Come on, surely we can get Max Verstappen. Been chasing him for a couple laps now. Penultimate lap of the Grand Prix and we are still behind Max Verstappen here. Oh, final lap of the Grand Prix and we are nowhere near Max Verstappen. The kid is way too quick for us. He gets P1. We, I think, have to settle for P2. Man, despite having the soft compound tire, we are unable to get anywhere near Max Verstappen. Go final chicane of the Belgian Grand Prix and we have to settle for P2 right behind Max Verstappen, 3 seconds. Well, P2 and fastest lap it is.
Good job, you did really well. Super driving.
What a great race then, and what a magnificent victory here at the Belgian Grand Prix. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
Well, it is a double podium for us, and I think we got maximum points for the weekend. We got fastest lap, and we got P1 and P2 within the team. So that is a great result, a great race overall. And sadly, we were just slower than Max Verstappen on his hard compound tires. So Max Verstappen is just too fast for us, man. Here we go with the results page. Max Verstappen in P1, we are in P2, and Bottas rounds out the podium positions of the race. And then the rest of the points positions, Kvyat, Norris, Sainz, Leclerc, Gasly, Albon, and Hamilton. That is the rest of the top 10 positions of the team. Moving down to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Stroll, Perez, Schumacher, Magnussen, Aitken, De Vries, Latifi, and Grosjean. Those are the drivers that pretty much finished the rest of the race. Ocon, Ricciardo, and Giovinazzi all failed to finish the Grand Prix weekend. Now that is quite a sight to see. Standings wise, we are still in the lead. Max Verstappen with 268 points in the driver standings. We are behind him on 229. The gap is 39 points. Bottas is in P3, some ways away from in 134 point gap and on 134 points, quite interestingly. Constructor standings wise, we are storming ahead with 497 points, and the next team behind us is Mercedes on 238 points, a 259 point gap. So I think we may be able to secure the constructors real soon. A great race weekend, a great weekend overall because there was no rain or showers or whatever. There was no change in weather that would really cripple our strategy. I don't know why I am forced to start on the medium compound tire, because I hoped I could start on the soft compound tire like everyone else. I was stuck on the mediums for some odd reason, and we had a stunning start to the Grand Prix. We overtook Max Verstappen, had a little shaky moment in like the second turn of the Grand Prix, and then Max Verstappen came next to us. There was a huge collision at the start as well, and there was a safety car that appeared, and that really I think helped us in some way, because we were able to save fuel as well as save our tires so that they could last a little longer than originally expected. So yeah, saving up a lot of fuel helped us with running rich for a longer period of time during the Grand Prix. The only problem was that our tires got really cold before the race start. We had a decent race start after the safety car came in, and we tried to storm ahead, but we just weren't as quick as Max Verstappen. The guy is super fast, and as soon as he switched over to his hard compound tires, there was nothing we could do to really stay competitive against Max Verstappen. Despite being on a softer compound, by the way, we were on softs and we were unable to catch Max Verstappen. But that is all for this Grand Prix. The next Grand Prix is, as previously mentioned, the Italian Monza circuit. Monza is another circuit that we are pretty strong at, so I'm hoping to get some good points, maybe even P1 against Max Verstappen. Hopefully we can do better there than we did here. So until next time, please take care of yourselves. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified when the next video goes live. I hope you guys are staying safe and well, and thank you so much for stopping by this channel today. And until the next Grand Prix in Italy, I hope you guys stay safe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.